So in this part of the series we're going to be working on the rear drawer setup and the 12 volt, basically everything we need for the rear end of the car. So to be fridge, we're going to put the compressor in there, fridge, compressor, new battery monitoring, all from Enerdrive, and yeah, probably just a few switches, lights and stuff like that. So what I've gone ahead and done is I've removed the two rear seats of the car. I've pulled all the floor and stuff out because I had to get in there and do when I was doing the tow bar anyway, so all that was already stripped out. I went ahead and made myself a template out of a big piece of cardboard. So I had this left over from the rack we put on. So it basically shows the template I need for the back. I will be using 15mm structural ply for most of this. We do have a big GVM, so it's not all that of an issue for us. But this is where I've got to so far. So I've just cut this out this morning. Everything's neat. It's got a little bit of a margin around it for carpet. And I'm going to have a look at how I can mount this to the floor now. I believe a lot of people, let me just crank that. A lot of people use these factory seat mounts. I can easily bend something up. Maybe I think with all these fixing points, like we've got two there, and then another 4 down there. And the board does just sit on this, so it takes all the weight off the center of the board. I think that would be plenty to keep all this floor in place. So I'm going to go ahead and start on getting some of these mounting brackets. And I just went on eBay and got a bit of carpet, just felt automotive trimming carpet or whatever they call it. And that's what I'm going to be covering all the boards, drawers and all that stuff with. So it's pretty cheap off eBay. I think it's about 70 bucks for like, yeah, 3 meters by 2 meters worth. So definitely worth a look instead of shopping at Autobarn and paying triple that. Alright, I'm going to get cracking on these mounts and I'll show you how I go. Up some of this. It's a contact fix and just a little roller. Basically, you want to, when you come to upholstering it, you want to do the carpet. So get all the glue on the carpet using the little roller. I just sat it on top of the timber, rolled the whole carpet out, and then I put the carpet on the ground for a second, rolled the timber. So you got 2 contacts. Both surfaces need the glue on it. And this is what I'm up to now. I do just have a little, where is it? I'll show you guys what I'm using. You don't need expensive stuff. A Zito, little hand stapler. That's all I've used to pin this down. Most of them go in pretty well. There's a couple, you know, like there, but they don't quite go in, but you know, it's contact and it's stapled. So these are basically just to stop the ends from fraying. That floor is ready to be dropped in now. I've just put a couple of timbers here. It's literally just a fixing there. So most of the weight will be on the outside along this lip here, which has got steel under it. So this is just for a fixing point. I do have some flat bar, some 5mm flat bar, which I'll have to paint once I've bent up. And that's what I'm gonna make the 4 mounting points on that end. So yeah, if you guys don't mind getting a little bit dusty and dirty, well worth it to do your own floors. I did have a look at some pre-made floors for the patrols, but holy crap, they're expensive. And for, you know, a couple bits of ply, I think I spent about 80 bucks on ply, maybe 60 or 70 dollars on enough carpet to do that, plus another layer and my drawers. So all that ply is going to do my floors and my drawer system, everything, and same as the carpet. So for under $200 you can have enough ply and carpet to fit this thing out. So it just comes down to how capable you are and whether or not you want to go to the effort of doing it yourself. But here I am. I'm going to put the floor in and I'll show you what the product looks like. I know, mate, I know. That's a nice fit along there, nice along here, and down there. So, just have to do, looks good, eh?
For me to judge it up?
Yeah. Nice and, it's like perfect height for the, that's 15mm board. It's perfect for the, it's a bit flimsy at the moment, but it's still got half the mounting brackets to do.
It's very professional, babe.
Yeah. Bloody oath, mate. So yes, we do still have to make these brackets up to hold this end. I'm going to get started on that now. So you can see those 4 mounts under there now. They're basically just holding the tail end of this board. The board's, it's a 15mm structural ply, so it's actually not going to go anywhere. And I thought I'd just run through the products that we're going to be putting in the back. So we're running the evakool 40 litre fridge, which is actually, for people that are wondering, pretty bloody decent. You know, it's actually really big. So it's probably 600, 700mm deep that way, maybe 400, 450 across that way. And yeah, I don't know what these little things are for, but we'll keep them in there for now anyway. But yeah, I'm very surprised. I actually thought that might have been a bit on the small side for us, but that's going to be more than enough. And it allows us to run a second floor through there, and this will just be one big drawer here. Running Enerdrive. We're not sponsored by Enerdrive. I know we use a lot of their stuff, but it's just purely because they seem to have really good after sales service and their products are really good quality. So running that Enerdrive epro, same one we have in the van. I really like this unit, so I thought we'll do the same thing in the car. We're running the 40 amp dcdc charger for the battery, second battery. And then I decided to go one of these E-Lite lithiums. So these actually don't have the BTEC built into it, so you can't monitor it on your phone or anything. So I decided to get that and the monitor system itself. We're running, yeah, just a little voltage sensitive relay. That'll be for the caravan hookup. I need to get another 40 amp. I thought I ordered 2, but I only ordered 1. Another 40 amp for the compressor, so it runs two wires at 40 amps each. This will be probably for the van, I think, and we'll run this one to the second battery. So yeah, I get to fit all that stuff off. I'm going to have a look, see if I can mount this battery under the floor at the front there. If not, we do have a bit of room at the back of the fridge that won't actually impact the ventilation. So I'm going to have a little jigger around with these and see where we can mount this stuff up. So yeah, this is about a haircut, a shave, and 2 weeks later. The drawers are finished. There was far too much to film. You know, things went in, got pulled out again, and it was just an endless back and forward with different setups and what we wanted to do. However, we're done, and I'll show you exactly how we put all this together. So we do have a solar blanket, 200 watt solar blanket. This was in the Ranger, we used it a few times. Got a 20 litre water can just for, you know, like after we clean the cassette and stuff, you can wash your hands or whatever, or just before you have lunch. We're running the twin TJM compressor, 40 amp dcdc charger, but I've down rated this one to 20 amps because we do have the same one in the van, so I'd rather it just trickle feed the battery in here. It's only a 100 amp hour battery, which is mounted behind the seat. Far too hard to get into, so because Sadie's seat's all bolted in, we can't actually show you that part. But yeah, that's where we end up putting the 100 amp hour Enerdrive E-Lite battery. Mounted the epro up here. Basically tells you what you're drawing, how many hours it's going to last, temperature, I don't have the probe in there, and your volts of your battery. So you can see it when it does that little arc there, that means it's drawing current. And then once you put your solar or you start your car up, it'll actually go the opposite way and tell you how much you're putting in. Evakool 40 litre fridge, full of the necessaries, bit of hydration, bit of beers, Macca's, Larry's. There's a couple of what's that, Summersby's ciders. But yeah, it's actually a fair bit of room in that fridge, which is amazing because I thought it was going to be too small. I really did. Little drawer with a little servery type thing on it, breadboard, whatever you want to call it, a couple towels in there, some stuff for the compressor, frisbees, Sadie's little swimming things, where you can basically just serve lunch up there if you want. Or 5 litre tank, the same one that we're running in the Ranger, so 5 litre TJM tank, got an air gauge, temperature gauge, pressure gauge on it, outlet here, outlet there, and once you crack this thing open, it actually lets you get air into the reel. So this is the 10 metre reel, same one we're running in the Ranger. That's awesome. I'm glad I could actually use that in this car. Air compressor, solar input, some USB sockets, charging stuff, bottle opener, and this is a cool little feature. Just gravity fed out of the 20 litre jerry. Good for cleaning your hands up after you've you know, cleaned the toilet or whatever, or you know, pull up somewhere for lunch. At least you can wash your hands now. And then we've got the air feed for the airbag man airbags. So it's a very simple setup compared to what a lot of guys are running, but this is going to work really well. We can still chuck a heap of stuff up here. I've got to put a couple of tie downs in here still, but I've just ran out of time. So yeah, I'll put some adjustable tie downs in there. And electrical side of things, we decided, seeing they've been so bloody good in the past, Red Arc brake controller. We're running the XRS GME radio. I've just sort of done a bit of a setup in there. I do still have to double side tape this in here, but we pulled some power off this SIG socket here. So yeah, nice simple setup. At the moment we're running the little aerial on the windscreen because the bull bar only turned up today. So yeah, we just got this little GME window mounted aerial at the moment. So that's another thing that we've got to do when we come back. The rhino bar's going on. So I'll just take you for a walk at the moment. Just running the standard plastic bumper on there, but it's fine. We're only going to Cairns, we're not doing any bush bashing or anything. So yeah, one more job for when we get back. Chuck the bull bar on, sitting right there. So I will leave that video here and we'll see you next week. Hopefully we've got an episode coming from the drive up to Cairns. Just seeing what the girls are doing. They're sneaking around. But yeah, just mate, she's been flat out getting this thing ready. About half, I'd say 3/4 packed at the moment. But yeah, we're going to leave about 7 o'clock tomorrow. And I'll see you on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Means a lot. And I'll see you on the next one.